The future of Buffalo School Board member Carl Paladino is now in the hands of the State Education Department. Good evening, everyone. The hearing wrapped up after 5 days of testimony.
A written decision is not expected for several weeks. Paladino spoke for the first time after closing arguments today. News 4's Dave GREBER is in Albany. He has more on what Paladino had to say.
Carl Paladino believes the public has a right to know what goes on behind closed doors, especially as it pertains to how the school district spends its money. But is that disclosure legal? This unprecedented hearing now over. The question remains in the hands of the Education Commissioner, who likely won't be making her decision until sometime in August.
Judge Ilya's allowance of us to take great latitude in outlining the dysfunctionality of this board and, in my terms, the rigging of that contract was invaluable. You can't achieve anything with a board of power-hungry people who want to maintain the status quo. They're not thinking of the kids.
Paladino says that he was thinking about the kids and his voters when he wrote about what the school board majority says was discussed only in executive session, including contract talks, pending lawsuits, and personnel matters. Paladino's attorney, Dennis VACCO, says the school board is only using the disclosures as an excuse to have his client removed over the racist words that he wrote about Barack and Michelle Obama.
If we can't get him for that, we'll get him for this. That is the overriding theme of our case. That is the underlying motivation for their petition.
School board attorney Frank Miller says it's always been about confidential disclosures, which he says prevent the board from their legal right to discuss sensitive topics in private.
He was using that confidential information to further a personal interest, which is clearly prohibited in the policies of the Board of Education.
Board of Education President Barbara Seals NEVERGOLD called that ability crucial to conducting the business of Buffalo City Schools.
Each member has the ability to express their views, to be honest, to be transparent about what they're thinking, and to have, confidence that that information will not be disclosed without the permission of all the board members is crucial.
The Buffalo Board of Education is scheduled to meet on July 5th, ironically, for its organizational meeting, during which they will choose who the leaders will be for the coming year. It's a meeting that could get interesting, given all that was both discussed and disclosed at the hearings this week. Reporting from Albany, Dave GREBER, News 4 at 6.